Hi everyone, today we are talking green tackle. I hear a lot of people ask, why should we be using green tackle? And what's it good for? Well, pretty simply, we should be using it to protect places like this amazing river, and this amazing estuary, also this estuary. And on a grander scheme, our oceans. Everything feeds down from the top down to the bottom, and by using green tackle, we give the best opportunity for our aquatic ecosystems to be healthy and thrive. That means more fish, more aquatic birds, and everything else in between. So, let me show you what green tackle is. It's a bunch of fishing gear and fishing equipment that helps us reduce our impact on our fish, which means when we release fish, they swim off nicely. And it also means we reduce the pollution and our human impact on our aquatic environments. There are a number of aspects to green tackle, and one of the most important ones is trying to reduce the amount of lead that we use in our fishing on a day-to-day basis. Lead-based sinkers have devastating impacts on our aquatic health, from killing our aquatic vegetation and limiting its plant growth, also to killing microorganisms, which are the basis for our fish's food chain. It also has negative impacts through ingestion on things like birds, like waterfowl, ricali, our water rats, and all the other animals that utilise our water bodies. And it can lead to some pretty significant impacts to ourselves if we consume it too much. Our lead-based sinker alternatives look like, work like, and catch just as many fish as lead-based sinkers do. It's pretty simple. Visit your tackle store and ask for these non-lead-based options. So, where possible, try and reduce the lead that you use in your fishing on a day-to-day basis, and it's going to have long-lasting effects. Another part of green tackle is the use of high carbon hooks. High carbon hooks are normally characterised by being a dark grey, but the upside to them is they're normally chemically sharpened, which means we get better hookup rates and we tend to land more fish. Another positive is the fact that if we hook a fish deep, say down in the gut or in the gills, we can still cut our line and release that fish knowing that it has the best chance of survival. Going one step further, we can use circle hooks. These are a little bit different to traditional hooks, with the hook point bending back towards a shank, unlike traditional J-style hooks. These hooks are so good that they actually reduce the mortality of fish by up to 50%. They work by slowly sliding out of the fish's mouth and hinging into the corner of the fish's mouth. This has a better hookup rate, so we land more fish and reduce the number of bite-offs that we get. But it also means that once we do land that fish, if we want to release it, we can simply remove the hook from the corner of the mouth and slide it back into the water. And again, if you don't know much about circle hooks, go into your local tackle store and ask them for options. They'll certainly give you a hand and help you out. Another thing that we can use to further enhance the chances of fish's survival is the use of knotless nets. Knotless nets are normally made out of PVC or rubber, as opposed to traditional knotted nets like you see in most tackle stores. The fine mesh of our knotless nets or our PVC nets are fantastic, as they reduce the impact on the fish's fins by tearing, slime coat by removing it, and also any other damage to the fish. And the smooth, fine mesh actually supports the fish's weight as we lift them out of the water. This reduces damage to internal organs, and as a result, it increases the likelihood that our fish will survive and be able to be released and swim away safely. And lastly, there's two more things that we should use in conjunction with everything else that we've talked about, and that is lip grips and gloves. However, when using these, we have to make sure that we're supporting the fish's weight. By supporting the fish and not hanging them from their mouth and jaw, it means our fish are more likely to survive. If we hang them by their jaw, we might misalign their spine and do damage to their internal organs, especially on large fish that we're likely to catch, like Murray cod and yellow belly. And there you have it. That's green tackle. When used in conjunction, we're going to have a significantly reduced impact on our fish and our aquatic environments as a whole. This in turn means we're going to have fisheries for the future and everyone's going to get to enjoy it. Now, if you like this, head over to our website at www.fishcare.org and check out the rest of our content. Until then, we'll catch you next time.